Welcome to another Warships video. Today is day 7 of season 14 and things are not going great. I'm only at rank 18 right now. Usually I grow along with the top 500 for the entire season. This time, however, because of my bad starting decisions, I'll be a few ranks behind until we get to the end of the season. In my advanced guide to Warships, I explained that during a season, you've got roughly 3 types of players. At the bottom, the people who don't put any effort into Warships, then the middle part of people who try but aren't at the top tier, and then of course the top players. This season I'll be sitting in the middle part for at least the first 2 weeks of the season. But I'll show that even in this position, if you make the right decisions, you can get into the top 500 at the end of the season. So, let's get to it. As always, we'll go over the tech tree first. After unlocking the 4th ER, you should go Scorchers, Critters, Artillery, Building Health, and Shock Launchers. Then go to the 5th ER. We'll definitely need to get Flamethrowers later on, and the same goes for rocket launchers. They'll both be great later on in the season, but for now, let's focus on getting bombardiers first, because that's going to be a real game changer. As always, except for season 11, don't upgrade Scorchers. Critters are great for clearing mines, or even finishing off ERs which have a bit of health left, and artillery will help barting down ERs even more, of course. Then we've got the one and only bonus building health of this season, very important and mandatory to get to the 5th ER. Shock launchers are a must as well. They change the way in which enemies have to attack your base, and it will shave more than 10 seconds off of the opponent's times. Also, you will want to max out your Zookas to beat enemy bases which have shock launchers, until you get bombardiers. I'm probably also going to pick up the bonus building damage, as it's only 16 keys and will definitely make a difference. After unlocking the 5th ER, go the top route, getting troop health, Kavan, and bombardiers. That was it for the tech tree. Now let's go over the base defense. This base is nothing special and I wouldn't bother copying it completely. The only thing you should probably copy is the positioning of the ERs. The whole 4 ER meta revolves around barting down 1 ER and rushing the other 3. By splitting the ERs like this, you increase the time enemies spend walking from one ER to the other. Also, placing your mines on the paths between ERs will help as well. Once you get shock launchers, you should place them somewhere in the middle, but of course with enough room between them that they can't both be shocked by one shock bomb. Now let's go over the offense. If you face opponents with 4 ERs which don't have shock launchers, it's pretty much the same thing over and over. You bart down 1 or 2 ERs and you rush the remaining ones with either warriors or heavies. When you face enemies which don't have the 50% bonus building health, you can use 2 barrages and 1 critter box or 1 artillery to destroy an ER, and you can do that twice. I've lost the footage, but it is not difficult to understand. You deploy heavies or warriors and flare them to 1 ER. Then you use 2 barrages on 1 ER and then deploy a critter box to finish it off, or use 1 artillery if you have that unlocked. Then, when that ER is down and the one which your troops are flared to is down as well, flare to the nearest ER and use 2 barrages on the final ER. When the 3rd ER is taken down by your troops, you can use 1 more critter or artillery to finish off the last ER. That was the attack against opponents who don't have the bonus building health. Against opponents who do have the bonus building health and don't have shock launchers, you can only bar down 1 ER and you should use a heavy rush. Look at the shortest route between 3 ERs and take that route with your troops. Bar down the other one. So, you deploy your troops and flare an ER, then use 3 barrages and 1 artillery on the ER you don't plan on visiting, then keep rushing the other ERs. It can be useful to use 1 shock bomb on a microwaver, for example, and if you have GBE left, use barrage and artillery on the final ER. I've been getting times around the 320 with this, which has been enough to beat almost everyone who doesn't have shock launchers. I don't have enough data on how to attack enemies with shock launchers yet, but don't use heavy rushes. I'll add 2 of my attacks on shock launcher bases in the replays, and more info on these kind of attacks in the next vid. Well, that was it for now guys. Like I said, I'm far behind the top 500 at the moment, so I'm only attacking to unlock chests for the most part, and soon enough I'll be at a point where I'll be able to climb rank after rank. This is a good test to show that by making the right decisions, you can still get to a high rank at the end of the season. Good luck and enjoy!